Okay everybody, I'm showing you guys how to make a Gran Turismo 6 modded game with all the cars and $50 million. Lets you update as much as you want. Alright, so here is the files that you're going to use. After you've done the updates, you must have update 1.22 or greater or it's not going to work. I had it working on an earlier version, and then I started the updates, and the updates kicked it off and it stopped working and locked me out. I had to do all the updates. If you're having troubles with the updates, the PlayStation forum says that you download up to 6 of them at a time. I just made sure they weren't that large. Your cache in your PlayStation's not holding it. So download a couple. If they're 1,000 megabytes or more, only do one at a time. As soon as it's done downloading, it's going to install. As soon as it moves to the next file after it's installed that one, click circle to cancel, go back out, turn the Wi-Fi off on your PlayStation, go into the PlayStation's Gran Turismo 6 game, let it load. It's going to install the files there again. Once you're in the menu of Gran Turismo, then you back out of it again, turn the internet back on, go to the Gran Turismo icon, press triangle for the menu, check for updates, update the next file. If it's another large one, do the same thing. If it's not very big, do up to 6 of them. That's what it recommends on the PlayStation site. I did more than that on my last one. I did 10 or so. It still worked, but I was having problems forever, and I had up to 22 downloads last night, and I just did it all overnight. Kept waking up every few hours. Took all night though. If you're not as far into it as not having any updates as I had, then you won't have to take all night doing it. Anyways, after you've done the updates, now you can begin here. Alright, now you have a brute force. This is the application you're going to use. You're going to have a root folder here named ps3. ps3 is going to have one called save data. That's going to have your backup from your PlayStation. You're going to use your PlayStation menu. Up in the game section on your XMB, you're going to have a plug in a USB disk. Go up to your Gran Turismo 3 game save. Back that up to the USB disk. Pull it right out, plug it into your computer. This is what you're going to have in there. This root menu here. PS3, save data, then your folder. Inside the folder will look like this. Alright. I made a copy of it for the original. There's that folder. And then here's the hack folder. Alright, now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to install brute force save data. Brute force save data is the application. It's going to, during the install, it's going to say missing a file. Just skip that. It doesn't matter. Brute force requires an account, but this already has the account attached to it in the file below. Just click the link. Alright, once you have this brute force installed, you're going to want to run it as administrator. So left or right click on it, run as administrator. Alright, click yes for the change things for your computer. It may not make a difference if you want to have administrator or not, but I always do that just so it doesn't have any complications in case. Alright, so brute force is opening right now. I've already done this earlier today to test this out to make sure it works before I show you guys. Alright, first thing you're going to do is come up here to this menu. Alright, there's 3 little dots, click that. You're going to load your USB up. First thing you're going to do is load the original. Alright, now I have that original loaded in there. It's my original save, it's a copy of it. You're going to go to set profile right here. Use current param SFO as template. Click it, then yes. Then you're going to type in your user ID for your account, your PlayStation account. Click OK. Go back up to the 3 dots again. Go to the hack folder, click that file. OK. Now that your hack file is selected, you're going to go to your param SFO file at the very top. Click that. Now right click it. The top of the menu says decrypt all files. Select that and then select yes. It's going to create a backup on your desktop. Just say OK. Now you're going to come to where this green button is over here. It says encrypt PFD. Click that. Encrypt all files. Or, well, actually, encrypt decrypted files. Yes. And then you come over here to rebuild. Rebuild full. Yes. Okay. You can go ahead and close that if you want. Alright. Now your hack folder is going to have all these files in it. You don't need this original file, just delete that. Copy the rest. Go to your file and your original ps3 save data. Select them and delete them all. Now you're going to paste. Alright. The pasted files are from that hack folder. You can go back and copy them back over anytime you want. Now that you have all those folders in there, you're going to come and eject your USB that you're using for your PS3. Alright, so it's safe to remove hardware. Come back over, unplug it. Plug it into your PS3. The original save file that you have on there, you can delete it and copy this new file, or just copy over it, either way you want. Once you have that all in there and copied on your PlayStation with that new folder, and your PlayStation's reading and showing that you have the save file because you used the root directory like I showed you, you're going to come up with your new PlayStation setup. Alright, this new setup is going to have lots of cars in it. I just loaded the McLaren F1 to show you guys that it's on there. See the stockyard. Stockyard has all the cars in it. That's what it's going to look like. This is what your money's going to look like. Whenever you get to it too, you're going to have $50 million in credits. Your stockyard is where you're going to pull all the cars from to get them loaded to your garage. This is going to take a second to load. There's a lot of cars in there. Once you've loaded these cars over to your garage, it won't take as long to get in them and everything. But you can only have, I think, around 500 cars in your garage, so you can't put all these in there. But this is what my stockyard looks like now. All these images aren't updated. You can do that anytime you want to. It's going to take a long time, but you can do them, select them all. Alright, so let's go back. Saving your stockyard takes just as long as loading it. Make sure your internet's disabled whenever you come back into this hacked file. I'm not sure if it's going to make a difference or not, but why risk that? Otherwise you're just going to have PlayStation, the Gran Turismo Polyphony Digital, have a new program out that gets people that hacks the PlayStation's Gran Turismo 6 save file like you're doing right now, and it makes it to where your PlayStation can't connect to the network anymore. That's why I told you guys to save your original file. There's my credits. Everything's working. I'll show you that. I had originally, whenever I did the update, it kicked me off. It was saying a lock key right here, 2055 in parentheses. I couldn't get into my garage, couldn't do anything like that. Didn't have a car accessible. Alright, now it lets me race. The only thing I could do with it locked up the way it was go into time trial and use rental cars. Now I can actually get to races. I can pick the cars I want. And there it is. A working version of hacked game. 2017 January. My favorite car, 94 McLaren F1, maybe not y'all's. This is working on a ps3 Super Slim. There's a lot of things out there saying that you can hack these Super Slims. You're gonna end up bricking your system if you try. There's not any good updates or anything for this system. The Slim original has some you can do with the serial number. Gotta check if it's available, and the fat is fully available, but you gotta back both of them up to 3.55, otherwise it's not gonna work. The new Slims you can flash with an E-flash, but these Super Slims supposedly you can't do it. Doesn't matter. This PlayStation is not jailbroken. This PlayStation is a Super Slim and it's running all factory. And here is a hacked Gran Turismo 6 working on it.